Okay, so we're on a roll now, so let's keep going. So this is the 16th tutorial on learning how to make a platformer using XNA Game Studio 4.0. So let's continue. So we loaded in everything. We got everything set up. Okay. To start, for starters, okay. You know what? I'll talk about this position later. Okay. So we got unload content, and we want to update. I don't even think we need game time, but just add in there just in case. Oh yeah, we do need it for the animation. Okay, so well, first things first. We need to set up the way our animation is. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm going to make some private methods right now. Okay, so private void set menu items, or anything, could be equalize, whatever. What we want to do is we want to make all the menu items equal. Okay, so whether it's the menu images and the menu items, we want them to be of equal size. Okay, cause we don't know which one is longer, which one's shorter. We could have a mix and match of like a little bit of images, a little bit of items, but we want them to be equal. So how we're going to do that is this. We're going to say for menu items dot count, I'm going to say if menu images dot count is equal to I, then we'll say menu images dot add null. So we add a null image, and we'll have another for loop scrolling through the images this time. And we'll say if menu items dot count is equal to I, then we say menu items dot add, and we'll add in a null string. Okay, so we got that set up. So now we gotta say private void set animations. So we're gonna say that for entire, so we can use menu items or images, doesn't really matter, the count. We're gonna say for, and we're gonna scroll through the animation types. We're gonna say that we'll switch the animation types, and this should be J. Okay, so we're gonna say right now we only got one animation type. We only got the fade animation type, right? So we'll just say fade. So we'll say animation. Actually, we have to make a temp animation, so having a list animation, temp animation, and you gotta make sure it's of a type animation, because if we add in other types of animation besides fade animation and all that stuff, then we might run into problems. So we're gonna say temp animation dot add, and we'll say new fade animation. Okay, and we'll break it. So after that for loop, then we'll say animation dot add temp animation, and we also got to set temp animation equal to a new list, or else it's just gonna add upon what it was before. So we got that. So we've added in our animations, and we've set that, and we got everything set up right now. So if we go to our updates and add in right here item number, but for now we're not going to do anything with it, and the load content you could just set that to 0, because that's going to be the default number. Okay, so for item number, yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. So it depends. So now we really gotta we gotta set positions. So for the animations, we really gotta set positions. So we're not even really done for the animations because we gotta load the content anyways, right? So what are we gonna do position wise? Well, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna say temp animation dot temp animation dot count minus 1, and we're gonna say dot load content. So we're gonna add in the content we have. We're for the image. Let's see. We're going to we're gonna add a menu images. This is why we need them to be equal. So even if they're null, they're there. For the text, we have menu items I, and for the position, what we need to do is you need to say the position. The position has to be based on the actual axis. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a vector 2, and we're gonna say position add or whatever. And we're gonna say it's equal to vector 2. We're gonna say it's equal to position, and or whatever, position is equal to position. So what we're gonna say, we're gonna say that if axis equals to 1, so 1 is gonna stand for horizontal, 2 is gonna stand for vertical. Okay, so we're gonna say if axis is equal to 1, then we need to add on what we had from what we had before, so whichever one's larger. So this isn't going to be complicated, but what we have to do is find out which one's larger. So say we have both text and we have both images, right? We have to find out actually we're gonna find out the total width of the images and the text, and the total height of it, and therefore we're going to determine the new position of the next item based on that. So how we're gonna do it is we'll have vector 2 for dimensions, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna say dimensions is equal to, or let's say dimensions equal to new vector 2, and we're gonna take the menu items. No, we're gonna take the font. We don't even have a font yet. Yeah, we need a font. Sprite fonts. And we're gonna have to load in a font as well. So let's look at the load content. And in one of these cases, at the top, I guess I'll say case fonts. Then we load in a font. So we're gonna say font is equal to content dot load sprite font, and we load in this font that we specify in here. Okay, so we have our font loaded, and if we go back to our animation, so we're gonna say that vector 2 is equal to font dot measure string. And I don't know if this is gonna give us an error if we don't have anything. Well, it's not really going to, but .x. I'm not sure it's gonna give us an error for the images though, if they're if the images are null. So we're gonna I'm gonna have to see about that though. But we'll test this out. Plus menu images I.width. And then for the y, we're going to do font dot measure string menu items I dot y plus menu images I dot height. Okay, so we're gonna get the width and height of the current one that we're loading in, or we should add this at the bottom. So right down here. Okay, so we have the dimensions of the one that we just did, and we're going to, yeah, so then what we're going to do is we have to increase based on the axis, right? So if it's horizontal, then we're going to add the axis based on the width of the other one, and if it's vertical, based on the height of the previous one. So what we want to do is we want to go down here, and we're going to say that if axis is equal to 1, and we'll have else, because we don't have any other axes, okay? So if axis is equal to 1, then we have to add on to it horizontally. So we're just going to say that position plus equals dimensions. No, plus equals position dot x plus equals dimensions dot x. And same for the axis too, position dot y plus equals dimensions dot y. And we'll continue this in the next tutorial since this is getting a bit long, but I hope you really enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and bye.